All right, so it's another Tony Too Tough video. All right, I got things set up. I think we're going to be pretty good on the ankle shots here, but today's video is going to be a bag dump. I've got here a pack that has been with me for quite some time. This is my dog Winston, if he's in the shot. Anyways, this is what I took up to me to Dave Canterbury's bushcraft class, or his survival class. It was a basic one. Yes, I patched. Anyways, that was awesome. Today, quick bag dump. Let me show you what I got. This is the contents here. It's going to be really, really simple. What we're going to start off with first is what is in the bucket. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest question of the day, what's in the bucket? Again, we're going to be doing just a basic bag dump here. First, allow me to pull out my shemagh. I don't even have to tell you about these things. If you watch my channel or if you watch other bushcraft channels, you'll know this is a game changer to have. You got to have one of these. All right, so listen, I've lightened up my pack quite a bit. All right, this thing usually is packed up, stacked, but I realize it's just way too much crap. So I just reduced it. It's refined down to here. So we got the first stainless steel bottle, right? Let's get the second one out of the way. And that kind of comes with the kit. So this is all together. So in here, I got two of these little stainless steel cups or these bowls, right? And then in here, I've got the Pathfinder, the cup and the 32-ounce bottle. I keep inside here, and I'll show you right inside here, guys. Check this out. I made my own, right? So that hooks up onto my cup so I can pull it out. In here, I keep some basics, right? If we're going to be boiling water, you got to have a fire. You need some, this is fat wood, right? All right. So you got a little bank line if I'm going to be making a tripod to be hanging my stuff off with, right? And in the worst case scenario, and I can't get it started, then I got some water tablets and a little bit of liquid IV to make it obviously lake water, not taste like lake water. So still going to be lake water, ladies and gentlemen, but it doesn't have to taste like this. Now, I don't have to bust out everything, but this particular one, I did want to show you. It all fits nice, neatly in my little pack. Right inside there, this got its own little nesting cup. It says Tony Too Tough right there. There we go. You can't see the Pathfinder stuff anymore, but that's all right, though. I burnt it off in the fire. It's still there. Like, you can visibly see it. You just got to scrub it off, and it's got a nice patina, and I'm happy with that. Anyways, here's a camp blanket, right? I do keep a ditty bag, and just briefly in the ditty bag, I don't want to go through the whole thing, but it's not that bad. It's literally a thermocell with a spare tank of gas and an extra couple of the inserts. But I learned the hack off of the YouTube how to go ahead and hack these and refill them, which I do all the time. I keep a life straw in here and a headlamp and a pair of sunglasses. So it's just a small little ditty bag. That's about it. This, ladies and gentlemen, I have mastered this fire kit down, and I brought it down to this, and it weighs right about a pound. I don't have to bring all this crap in it. I mean, honestly, a couple of Bic lighters and a ferrocerium rod will get the job done, which, of course, both of those are in here. But let me just give you a quick peek on the inside. So on the inside, what I have it broken up into, if you can see, ferrocerium, a couple of lighters, a knife to actually scrape my fat wood and my ferrocerium thing. There's a fire pucks, the wax cotton rounds that I made, some shaved fat wood in there, and then I got some tinder sources in here. So anyways, and there's some other stuff like a magnifying glass, magnifying lens. But I mean, that's just for shits and giggles, right? That's just for the fun stuff. So getting down to it, I've got my DD tarp, right, 3x3, and inside here is everything that I need. Like, I literally, I'm not gonna pull everything out, but I keep my ridgeline in here, right, with some prusik knots tied up on it. And you know what? This is worth showing, just because it's kind of cool. So, oh, maybe not this one. This is just some regular tent stakes. The other one that I have, my other bag, I actually have some hand-carved tent stakes that I made out of fat wood. And that was another video that I made back here. So if you're watching my channel, I stored those. I made 8 of them. Worked out pretty good. Let's turn this puppy around. It's getting much lighter. Now we're moving on. So we got combustion, we got container, we got some cover to sleep under, something to sleep on, right? And then this would be something to sleep in. But let's get into my bottom portion, which inside here, what I'm unpacking is a stainless steel bowl that sits at the bottom just to keep some certain things protected. This has got a clear finish of some of that clear spray, whatever that plastic spray stuff is. But anyways, this is what I use to kneel down on, process firewood, shaving, stuff like that. But the rest is just some light gear. I've got a battery bank bag with everything I need to charge my equipment with. Wait, I got one more thing. Oh, I got one of these, right? Hold on. Yeah, everybody gets one of those. Don't feel special. All right. I got my navigation kit with my Sunto MC2 and some waypoint flags and Right in the Rain, and of course and some other gear in there, just generally navigation oriented. This here's my light bag. This is my new item. I love this thing, right? So I got this from the Marlboro catalog, right? When I used to smoke. I don't smoke anymore, but I have a friend of mine who sends me these points. So I still have the account, so I use them and I get some cool gear like this. My second part of my gear bag is going to have, I'm not going to take it out, but it's a really nice rechargeable headlamp. And guys, I keep a stack of Christmas lights that are battery operated in there. And you know why? I set them up on the inside of the ridge line, of the inside of my my tarp, and that keeps the boogeyman away. That's it. That's the whole thing. Listen, it gets dark out there. I'm not saying I'm scared of the dark, but when you got some lights, it does make the boogeyman go away. I don't care what anybody tells you. And it was $1 at the dollar store. So I'm not going to take it out, but down here is just my bucket, and then below that is a poly tarp. So that's pretty much that on that side. Let's get to my pockets. They're not the biggest pockets in the world, but I don't, if it's a big pocket, I'm going to wind up filling every single spot. That's been my problem. That's why this pack weighed over 40 pounds for the longest time, which is not acceptable. Honestly, I need to keep this under 30. Like 28 would be great, but the pack itself weighs freaking 6 pounds. I got my Moore knife, right, with Scandinavian grind. I've got my Baco Laplander. I love this thing. You know what? Surprisingly enough, I'm going to share this with you. Just a spot right here. My button broke down here, and this is made of plastic. I got to say that I wasn't impressed with that, but for 30 bucks, I've been impressed overall with this entire thing. But I fixed it. I got it working again. I use the spine for my ferrocerium rod. It's a perfect 90-degree spine, and it processes, listen, it processes wood, and it does it really efficiently. And we're about ready to catch some rain, so I'm going to make this quick. The other tool that I keep besides a knife and a saw is a Scotch eye auger. I use the crap out of this thing. I got it for Christmas. I love it. I just started carrying a shovel just because, man, they're super handy and it fit in my pack. And then the last couple of things, this is the handle to the shovel. But then this is a diamond sharpener for my gear to keep my stuff sharp. And then I have a multi-purpose tool that I picked up at Home Depot for $5, and it's bomb-proof. It's awesome. So let's flip this bad boy around to the other side. Let me show you what we've got. And I think we got some rain coming. I got a small cord of the number 36 bank line. I got a 50-foot, maybe 60-foot hank of some neon orange paracord, and a smaller, maybe 12 to 15-foot hank of that, right? On this side, I keep a pair of leather gloves just because. It's pretty awesome. And then this little contraption right here, I know it's a little bit big, and I thought a lot about it, whether I was going to, break it down, but this is actually my repair kit. On here, I've got a buckle. I got another buckle. I keep some fabric tape in here and a lighter. On the back side, I have my cargo tape. On the inside of here, I have my sewing kit with a sail needle, and then some needles that I made out of bone. And then on this side, what I'm using is there's one piece of sandpaper in there. I just cut a quarter piece of it. Some steel wool for things that get rusty, and a green scrubby in case I need to really scrub some stuff out, one of my pots or whatever. But listen, and a couple of rubber bands for holding it together. But the point being is, have some sort of repair kit. If your gear busts, I swear, look, this bag, as much as I like it, it came from China, and it came from China. And the truth be known, you never know when a buckle like this is going to break, and you need that, right? You got to bring something with you. So that's really the content there. What's here is just a blanket, Oshius blanket. It's waterproof on one side and it's nice and soft on the other. So remember, something to sleep on, something to sleep in, and something to sleep under. And I want to go ahead and say that pretty much so wraps up, with the exception of some bug spray. I do live in Florida. Oh, and one last thing, I'm going to share it with you. I know what you're thinking. Why are you bringing wood to the woods? Well, because it fits in my pack kindly, and it's easy, and I don't have to recreate it if I don't want to. And I already made it once. I made a lot of these, but this is pretty cool. I recycled some wood, but I had a Scotch auger that I used, and basically this goes into the ground. Right? Let me see if I can stab it into the ground, and then this fits perfectly inside here, which will hold a cup and bail. And I usually tilt this back a little bit, but that'll hold it over the fire if I'm just making a small little fire. And then the cool thing is this particular piece right here fits exactly perfectly into my Scotch auger. And that's what I use for getting some torque. So that is it, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep a couple of pieces of fat wood over here. You know what? I think I may have forgotten this inside here. I've been back and forth on this several times, but I decided to go ahead and keep a first aid kit in here. I just keep the basic burns, bruising, bleeding, bug bites, and like the tourniquets, most important. So, and the reason why I kind of put this bright orange paracord on here was so that I could show where my first aid kit was. And I keep the Word of God, the New Testament right there, plus Psalms and Proverbs. Listen, I should be packing some reading glasses because this is some really tiny print, but I thought about taking it out, but listen, it's worth the wait. The weight that I get to carry and what I get out of this is way more important to me. And yeah, I could use my phone, right? But it's already there. Why do I got to use my phone? And then some sardines. So that is about it, folks. I had an MRE in there, but the deal is I'm on carnivore now. And since I'm on carnivore, I'm not eating MRE stuff. And as much as I love, because I got my buddy gave me some more MREs, and I really, really wanted to tap into them. But the thing is I'm not going to blow, 3-4 days worth of being out of keto just so I could indulge in an MRE, which has been questionable. Anyways, that's it. That's the entire pack, guys. And I can, I've refined this, and I brought this down to here. If you think I'm missing something, let me know. But I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Look, again, this is my backyard. It's my little bushcraft setup. And I'm watching my neighbor's dogs right now. So I got my labs out here. That's Winston over here. And this is Cinders. And then Katie's probably somewhere around. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. Go out there, get in the woods. Go get your dirt on. Go on now. Now get.